Hey peeps, it's Tripl-L, and now it's time to talk My Hero Academia Chapter 109, Rescue Maneuvers. Now this chapter was pretty much divided into two. The first half was kind of I'd say like slice of life, it was a character heavy chapter, character heavy first half, and then the second half was getting into the actual exam practice. But overall, it's a very lighthearted affair for this chapter because of certain things that were happening throughout the whole thing. So yeah, let's just sit down and talk about this. From the first half of the chapter, there are just some nice comedy moments, what with Deku's sexual mania being exposed, and just the Shiketsu guys actually going and apologizing for the behavior of that one creepy kid that could turn people into compressed meat. Like, that was a very nice moment. It was nice to see that this hairy guy was the one that stepped up. I wouldn't have expected it from him. Another nice interaction we got was Todoroki with the guy with the crew cot. His name is Inasa or Isana? Either way, him. That was interesting. It was interesting that the issue that the guy was picking with Todoroki is that he hates both him and Endeavor, and he does draw the similarity to Endeavor's eyes in Todoroki. Now, that's interesting for sure, and it's interesting that that's what he picked on, because that is, I think, a big part of Todoroki's character, his identification with his father and how he doesn't want to be his father. So it's interesting that this character is tackling that particular character aspect of Todoroki. It's just an opportunity to show that Todoroki can still grow. I mean, he is still a teenager, and his character development isn't over. Until he's fully made his peace with his father, his character development's always going to be there. Regardless, that first half of the chapter had those good moments, and then also, and this was actually pretty impressive, just with the whole comedy bit with Deku and the morphing girl, how it tied back into Ochiko's feelings about the matter and how she's just kind of struggling. The whole Ochiko drama in this chapter really is what tells you that this is a lighthearted chapter, because she has the time that she can afford to monologue about how she feels about Deku all the way through the chapter. And, you know, personally, I think it's admirable what she's doing. She's being very dramatic about it, but they're teenagers, you know, let them be dramatic. And what she's saying about how she has to just tone it down, how she has to like just stomp out the feelings, I think that's a very interesting approach for her. I think it's because, well, through the chapter we see that she does admire Deku to a point, and it's a very interesting way of handling this type of feeling. It's very interesting to see how Ochiko is handling, and I like that she got so much attention with it. As a Deku and Asui fan, you know, I'm happy also that she wants to stomp out her feelings, but Ochiko is the main heroine, so it's gonna be interesting to see how their relationship develops for sure. Okay, so now moving on to the second half of the chapter with the actual rescuing thing. I think it's impressive that there's actually a organization who specializes in training people on how to rescue people. That's cool. Like, these guys take their rescuey business as, you know, very seriously. They take it very seriously, and it was just cool to see that. It was cool to see the little boy totally lecturing the guys on how to do what they're supposed to do, and it was very scary to see how all the other people who were taking this test were just like rocking it. Like, the hairy guy was just forming a nice landing pad and roads, and it's just like, wow, you guys seem way more competent in this class that only knows how to fight. So I do feel this aspect's going to be an uphill battle for them, especially because Aizawa is pointing out that, yeah, this is probably where they were going to fall down. I mean, this class, they pretty much got trained for being able to fight, not for being able to save people. So maybe Aizawa was hoping that these guys would just figure it out by common sense. Regardless, I do think they're going to get it. This might be the point where some people fall off, but I think they'll be able to figure something out. I don't know whose quirks they can use to a degree that they can protect people. Momo's for sure, because she can create anything. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. Now, at the end of the chapter, they do put in that they are bringing in an unknown element. That's going to be interesting. I wonder if it's like a villain who's going to be actively trying to mess with them, or a play villain. Anyway, peeps, that's pretty much it for me. I like this chapter. It was a pretty simple chapter, but let me know what you thought if you want to. And I guess till next time, have a good day.